What's up, everybody? We are back live at Diamond Owl Studios. I'm Paper Chase.
And I'm the one and only Diamond Don wannabe. Ooh, I'm excited for this one.
Dude.
Legitimately.
Yeah, me legitimately, too.
Oh, yeah?
What are we watching? Tell me.
Exactly. You don't even know what we're watching. How could you be excited?
I see Johnny Cash.
Oh, okay,
right
that
here.
is
So
true.
I know we're
That's
watching
true.
Johnny Cash. I don't know what song. I'm not too familiar with his discography. But we did just do a reaction to Hurt yesterday.
Mm-hmm. And what did you say? Because I was kind of surprised by it.
I said that it was legitimately my favorite reaction we've ever done. And we've done hundreds of reactions.
Which is crazy because we're at what? Like over 200 now that we've done?
Yeah, well, yeah, posted. We've done like 300, you know what I mean? So, yeah,
That's a big, I mean, to say your favorite,
there was so much power behind it, and just the meaning, and just knowing the history of it being his last song, and then kind of putting that together with his emotion and him just, reminiscing on his life with some of the old videos and stuff. Incredible. Like I loved every bit of it. I listened to it on the way home.
There you go. So today we're going to do, we just decided, hey, that was so awesome. Obviously we both kind of know Johnny Cash to a degree, but there's a lot of his catalog that we just don't know anything about. So we're going to dive right in. This is a song that I know. I wanted to put it in front of you because this song speaks to me. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave it there, let you listen and see what your take is.
Okay.
So today we are doing Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue.
Well, I get it. Because you have a girl's name. Okay.
My daddy left home.
Well, you can't just leave it there. For the people that don't know, I go by Dawn here, but the real name is Simone. So that's why, see this guy. He's like, oh, I get it. Immediately, you've got a girl's name. Real nice.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. It seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard, my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man that give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg.
I love. Oh, that was just such a bar, dude. Like I'm gonna search every bar. If I find him, I'm killing him, dude, for naming me Sue.
Dude, this is such a good song. And I think it just like, I don't know, man. It just captures like so many different elements. So like, first and foremost, he's right. I have a girl's name, and I had to deal with that all growing up. Like people would be like, oh, that's a girl's name. I got picked on for it. And eventually there's like a point where it's like, yeah, whatever, you brush it off. But then people just say it. And it's like, okay, we have to fight, because obviously at this point,
you're
like, you are,
testing my manhood.
Exactly. It's like, it's beyond just like, hey, simple teasing. It's like, that's what you want. That's what you're looking for. So I guess we just got to toss knuckles. So there's that element. So it rings true for me, and I got some daddy issues. My dad disappeared, when I was young. So this song resonates on a, deep level. I'm joking about it, making light of it, but that's what I like about this song. That's why I was saying it hits on so many different levels, because it's this, like I said, I feel it like legitimately, like, damn, he wrote this song for me. But then on the other hand, it's upbeat, just the guitar, everything about it. It's upbeat, and it's literally like a comedy. I mean, we both bust out laughing because it's just so funny. Like,
well, yeah, it has the humorous aspect to it, and that's what makes it such a fun song. But the meaning behind the song is actually, like, I wonder if he pulled this from real experience, if he knew a boy named Sue who went through stuff like this, or whatever it may be. But I mean, yeah, this song's relatable, I'm sure, to so many people, not even just for your name, but people who got picked on growing up or something that their parents did and they can't even help it, you know? And it's,
yeah. And, you know, people that grew up with an alcoholic father, an absent father, like all these different things. It's like so relatable. It's so true. In some ways it's dark, but then he takes this dark subject matter and makes it into just like a vibe that you're just like, you know, that you're laughing at the pain, if you will. Yeah.
Me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky tonks and bars and kill that man that give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. Well, I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer.
dude, this is such a perfectly written song, dude.
Oh man, I mean the descriptions of it, you know what I mean? Like I saw him with that scar, you know, I hit him with the chair in the teeth, cut off a piece of my ear.
Dude,
we
he just
busted
paints
through the wall.
Best picture ever.
You know,
bro.
rolling
Like,
around in the mud and the beer. I mean, like, come on, dude. But then again, it's like, it's humorous. The way that he's doing it, it's just like, it's just so great.
I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I know I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong."
Bro, what a freaking... I love this song, man. Oh, I love this song.
And it's that name that helped to make you strong. Yeah. He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a bitch that named you Sue." Yeah, well, what could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him a paw and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, any damn thing but Sue. I still ain't this thing.
Dude, I thought he was gonna say Sue. What a beautifully constructed song, top to finish, with the humor, with the meaning behind it, with the ending, the full conclusion. That was just beautiful, dude.
Yeah, it's so great because I was thinking like throughout this, I was like, man, it's almost like, you know, a comedian, like a stand-up comedian, like doing a set, right? And like doing a bit. And like one of the things that they talk about in comedy is like, you know, having that surprise twist. Like you're going this direction and you're thinking like, oh yeah, the obvious, you know, I'm going to name him Sue, right? That's the obvious thing, like based off of it. And it's like a happy ending. He took like this sad song, you know, to a degree. They're fighting like to the death. And then at the end, he's like, okay. And then at the end, he's got that twist where you think he's like, I'm going to name him Sue. And he says, I'm going to name Bill or anything but Sue. And it's
Low-key,
like,
what's your opinion on the ending of what the dad's point of view was? Do you think he did the right thing? Of he knew he was going to leave, he knew he wasn't going to be a good father, so he named his son Sue, not as a joke, but to make him tough.
He's still a son of a bitch.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
But
what I
but
mean?
what do you think? Do you think that was a smart? Like, do you think that helped the child?
I want to bring this up because I remember reading this article that I'm going to ask ChatGPT because I think there's like some data, like, you know, basically saying that if you give your kid like an off brand, like kind of weird name, that they're more likely to be a criminal.
Oh,
So
wow.
I just want to see. I'm going to ask ChatGPT.
My name is Sue. How do you do? That was my favorite part of the song.
Is there any truth that if you give your son or your kid like a weird or strange or different name that they could potentially have a higher likelihood of like criminality?
It's thinking. It's thinking.
Hmm.
Probably said there's no truth.
Several studies have shown that people with uncommon or stigmatized names can face biases in school, hiring, and social settings.
So don't name your child Jaquavius.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kidding, guys. Thank you so much for watching today, man. That was a great
Hey,
video.
before you just try to bail out of this reaction, I got to ask you, because you said that your dad used to love Johnny Cash,
Mhm.
right? And you'd never heard the song before, or at least you don't remember it.
Mhm.
Okay. So does this in any way like give you a different perspective on your dad or just like an understanding of like now I kind of get why he loved him so much?
Yeah, the second one. I definitely think I kind of understand it more now. My dad was always super into comedy.
Okay.
Super, super into comedy. Hilarious guy. Like, he's the one who would tell his own jokes and then start laughing so hard and start smacking your knee. Like, you get it? Like, you know, so I can see why he loved this. And yeah, I just think the whole vibe behind Johnny Cash too. You know, my dad's always liked anything like old rock, country.
Mhm.
You know, he loved folk music. He's from Kentucky, so out there, you know, Johnny Cash is like huge. And so yeah, I mean, definitely opens my eyes a little bit more to it because I kind of only heard the hits like Ring of Fire, or
Mhm.
Walk the Line, or you know, some of these big ones. I never really heard something like this,
How
and it's
about
hilarious.
I think it's Folsom Prison Blues. You know that song?
I know I've heard it.
Okay.
Did we watch that?
No.
I think we were
don't think
going
so.
to.
Yeah.
We were going to, and then we decided not to because we both seen it.
Because you
before.
recorded like a whole like album, I think.
In the prison, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's such a banger because again, it's just like, you know, raw, real life, you know, not dodging some of the darkness,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that was
is Human
fantastic,
experience.
I'm glad you showed me that. Thank you.
How dare you? I come with just pure heat for this guy, and he just leaves me hanging like that. But you know what? I know that you're not going to leave me hanging because you love us and you support us. And the best way to support us is if you join our members page. Why? Because you'll get the content before anybody else. And also, you can give us recommendations that are going to go to the top of the list. Let us know what of Johnny Cash should we react to next? What should I put him in front of? Give us some lore, some stories about Johnny Cash that you love, you know, as an artist or just from his personal life. Because I know that, you know, he had a complicated life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ups and downs, struggles,
Ebbs
You
and
know,
flows.
ebbs and flows. And till the very end, he literally to the very end, he was putting out amazing music, which, you know, it's just unheard of. You know, so many
Yeah.
artists have, you know, just a little blip. They come and they go. They leave you with like, you know, some great work for a short period of time. He was able to just maintain, you know, this long career, just putting out just amazing music from start to finish. So
Legend, man, legend. Thank you guys so much for watching today. We really do appreciate having you here. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like. And if you want to join us on our journey, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace.